Thank you, dear Ms. Moderator, and dear all participants of this pre-assembly. I'm very grateful for the invitation to hear address the theme, reconciliation between the Sámi people and the Church of Norway. I'm a lawyer, and since last autumn, I'm in a position as a Secretary General of the Sámi Church Council, which I in this presentation also call the Council, so that you know it. I'm also the Indigenous people delegate in the Norwegian delegation to the Assembly. The Sámi Church Council is one of the Church of Norway's 3 central church councils. The council was established in 1992. It means that we are celebrating 30 years this year. The establishment of the council marked a shift in the Church of Norway's relation to the Sámi people, which is the indigenous people of Norway. The 60s and the 70s is a period when young Sámi started to feel proud over being Sámi after a long period with Norwegianization conducted by Norwegian state authorities. In the 80s, the Norwegian church meeting started to discuss the situation of the Sámi. And with basis in those discussions, the council was established. This is, of course, a very simplified overview of the background for the establishment of the Sámi Church Council. The Sámi Church Council's tasks includes, for instance, to promote, protect and coordinate Sámi church life in the Church of Norway, and to stimulate that Sámi church life is taken care of as a necessary and equal part of the Church of Norway. I will now briefly touch upon 2 activities that relate to the theme for this presentation. Firstly, I will present the Norwegian TRC, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, and secondly, address a conference on the theme Truth and Reconciliation that the Church of Norway, together with VID Specialized University, is arranging this spring. In 2017, the Norwegian Parliament decided to establish a TRC. The background for the establishment of the TRC is that Norwegian authorities in periods from the 1800s and up to the end of the 20th century conducted a policy that had serious negative consequences on Sámi, Kven, and Norwegian Finn, their culture, language, identity, and living conditions. The policy is often referred to as the Norwegianization policy. The Commission started its work in 2018 and will complete its work by 1st of June next year, 2023, by submitting its final report to the Presidency of the Norwegian Parliament. The Commission's mandate describes 3 tasks that the Commission must carry out. The first task includes to deliver a historical survey which describes the Norwegian authorities' policy and activities towards the 3 minority groups, the Sámi, the Kven, and the Norwegian Finns. The second task includes to investigate the effects of the Norwegianization policy. And the third task of the Commission includes to suggest measures that contribute to further reconciliation. As illustrated here, the mandate of the Norwegian TRC is not focusing on or limited to specifically on the relationship between the Sámi people and the Church of Norway. Instead, the mandate is very broad. Moreover, a TRC which focuses specifically on the relationship between the Sámi people and the Church of Norway has not been carried out either. I now move forward to the topic about the conference. as I said, together with VID specialized university, the three councils and the bishops' meeting in the Church of Norway will arrange a 2-day conference in Oslo in May on the theme Truth and Reconciliation. The conference title is Reconciliation Without the Majority, with a question mark in the end. The conference will address a wide range of topics, such as practice-based stories, reconciliation as a public responsibility, and the role and possibilities of civil society in public reconciliation processes. The target group for the conference is a wide audience, and we are expecting, for instance, people from different organizations in the Norwegian society, as well, of course, people in the Church of Norway to attend. I have now come to the last part of my presentation, and I hope this brief presentation illustrates that the reconciliation between the Sámi people and the Church of Norway has started for decades ago, and it's an ongoing process. I personally think that the establishment of the Sámi Church Council in 1992, 30 years ago, is one concrete example in this process in modern times. The initiative, which the Church of Norway has taken together with VID, Specialized University, to arrange a conference on the theme Truth and Reconciliation, is another concrete example on that. The initiative, I think, signals that the Church of Norway shows a will to play a central role in the reconciliation process in Norway. A third concrete example is that the Norwegian delegation to the Assembly contains indigenous delegates. We're excited for the Commission's final report to come. However, although the TRC does not focus on or is not limited to, as I said, examine the relationship between the Sámi people and the Church of Norway, our council assumes that the historical Church of Norway and its activities in relation to the Sámi people will be addressed in the Commission's final report, and assumingly with references to the Norwegianization process and the negative effects it has had on the Sámi language, culture, and social life. Based on this assumption, we are now looking forward to the conference in May. We hope and believe that the conference will contribute with important knowledge, experiences, and ideas to the councils and also to the Church of Norway's further work with reconciliation and in relation to the Commission's final report, which will come next year. That was all that I had thought to present. Thank you.